Hello, everybody. This is Chris Metzner. I found out that my iPad can record the screen and my voice, so that's pretty rad. I kind of wanted to start with just kind of how I compose shots, and with this one, I was catnapping upside down. Well, as you can see, I was trying to get some reference. I figured this would be like a good opportunity to continue the sort of Dragon Ball series that I've been working on. I started playing Kakarot, so that then propelled me into like wanting to draw the really iconic scenes and maybe like try different angles out and whatever. So the next one I was gonna do was Vegeta's Big Sacrifice. Spoiler alert, but I mean it's been quite a long time since that Dragon Ball has been out, and I thought this scene was just so cool. So it's so noble, such a big character development moment for good old Vegeta. So I'm just gonna use this. Sometimes I'll use statues as reference just because you can get like other sort of views of the moment. There's this really dope statue that I was a big fan of. But like the main shot from the show, it's this one. So I always want to like try to get a different angle, and I usually like working with perspective, so either like a down angle from his face, kind of maybe like he has his fist kind of up near his face, and then his other fist like kind of down here. Maybe we could do like something like that where it kind of goes down into his feet. Or the other one I was thinking of was the foot being kind of the main thing. I am actually kind of liking that, how that's, you know what, that, and this is how I make these sort of decisions where like what angle I want it. I'll just start working on it, and then I'll just keep refining it, and then suddenly I'll just decide, you know what, I'm gonna go full blast, full final flash on it. We're gonna try to figure this out together, because this is my first video, and I've never had to explain this process while doing it. So actually, I'm gonna delete that. See, it takes a couple tries before I get to what I want. Like, do I want the foot up? Wait a minute. So in the statue, it looks like he's sort of being lifted up from some rocks. Actually, maybe I could start from the head. I'm gonna start from the head, and I think we'll see how it goes. This is already kind of a disaster, but Ooh, I think we may have it. Let's see. It took a couple tries, but I think we might have it. So I'm still working just really loosely, trying to find that sort of sweet spot. It takes a lot of kind of drawing and redrawing, resizing for me. Let's move them backwards a little bit. Could be really extreme. There we go. You know what? I think we might have something. I think I'm gonna settle on this one. So how I'm kind of constructing this, I kind of have a general idea of what the proportions are for humans, just because I've drawn them so much. When I'm planning these out, I always take the furthest part away from the picture, as I look at it as the background, and the closest part as the foreground. So you see this foot is kind of the biggest sort of area on the page when it comes to the character model itself. And I think I'm gonna actually adjust this a bit. And the head obviously would be the background, whereas the middle ground area would probably be sort of the butt, if you will. And that's how we're going to figure out kind of where everything else goes. We're going to work backwards from there. See, now it looks a little weird. Also, flipping the canvas, I have to say, is like very important. Very important stuff. I'm just trying to kind of get... It looks weird. It just looks weird to me. Repurposing things, redrawing parts. Here, let's get rid of this leg altogether and let's try this shit again. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to cuss. Can I cuss? It's a weird angle, I will admit, but it's not one that's been done a lot. So that's why that's kind of the beauty in these sort of random angles, that whenever you put a face in a picture, that's what I'm looking at immediately. But when you don't see the face, you're kind of forced to look at the rest of everything else. I always like boots. I always like Dragon Ball boots because they have these sort of... They're so easy to draw. It's like this cuff with a little scrunchie at the little bottom, and then you get to draw your foot, and then it's done. You know, it's superhero boots are hard because you have to like involve all the muscly parts of like Superman's boot. But Vegeta, dude, he just has a big bulky boot, and then you're good to go. Dragon Ball boots are fun, dude. We're kind of onto something here. I don't feel like he has enough of an ass. I need to work that in somehow. Maybe a little bump there. Yeah. There you go. So, also, liquefy. Let me tell you about liquefy. This is probably one of my most used tools. And the reason why I don't usually sketch my stuff out traditionally, because in all honesty, I don't think I could get the poses that I end up with. If you do it digitally, you're able to kind of quickly shift things around to see if it looks better or not. I think I need to change the foot. Does that look good to you guys? I don't know. Like, this doesn't look super normal, but it's this back leg, you guys. It's this back leg that's just not... It's not working out for me. You know what would make this silhouette better is if I did this pose. This one right here. This pose. Maybe I'll just do that. We'll flip it, and we'll adjust accordingly. This is a more iconic pose anyways. Like, let's be honest. The explosion pose is fun, but I mean, him holding his fist up, it's like burned into my brain when it comes to this part. This kind of looks better. Oh, wait. Maybe not. Yeah! Yeah, see? See, without digital art, I would have never have, like, did that. We'll put the fist down. We're gonna get it. I know we are gonna get this. I feel like, yeah, he should be a little bit more skinnier. This arm needs to adjust a bit more. But I think I need to change this arm. I think it's this foot. I think I just need to, like, do that. Or move this part out a bit. Yeah! See? Look at that. Okay, so I think we're kind of there. At this point, I would be making very small adjustments. But I think I kind of have it. I kind of have the pose down. Gonna add a ground to it. So first thing is first, if I look at the reference, it looks like his shadow is coming from the front. Wait, does that mean he's backlit? Yeah, I guess we'll do it that way. How about we do that? How about we just do that, but from the back side? So we'll just kind of copy whatever we have here and take the shadow to the middle. So he'll just be like... The shadow will just be like right under him. Throw in some dirt. He's got like the big smoke happening. get a little bit more chaotic when it comes to the aura. Here. It's more, instead of just parts of it. Let's do this. Kind of have it come around him. All right. He has his electricity. He has his aura. There's the smoke in the background. You probably can't really see it. But it's all here. It's all done. Maybe add some more butt back into it. Actually, what does it look like? Yeah, I think that actually looks better. I'm just going to keep that. All right. So now we can call that a drawing. Okay, so that's going to wrap up part 1. I'm going to do 2 parts. The second one is going to be following up with some of the supplies that I use during my process, and I can kind of go through how I do it. And I'm getting invaded by the cat. You ruined the shot? Give me some cat tax. Here she comes. Well, funny thing about her, when I got her, they didn't know how old she was. They estimated 10 years, and I got her about 4 years ago, so she's an old guy. But here's some cat tax for you. All right, I'm going to put you on the window, dude. I'm going to take whatever constructive criticism you guys may have and try to apply it to the channel. So I hope you guys can bear with me as I try to teach myself how to be a teacher so I could then teach you guys, or at least try to give you some sort of tips on how I get through the process. So I guess I'll wrap that up for this video. If you have any more requests or any sort of critiques or comments or anything, just please leave them in the comments, and I'll read them, and I'll try to get better at this. So, because I want to try to be able to pass on this knowledge I have, but I don't really know how yet. So that's where you come in. That's you.